Yo, why did Twitch ban Asmongold, man?
Guys, I got suspended on Twitch in the middle of my Crimson Desert playthrough. I don't know
Jeez.
what I'm gonna be able to do. It's gonna be an entire week. I mean, geez, guys. I'm gonna have so much free time.
Dude, I
Well, I
love
guess I could
Asmongold so
start by
much.
making this video, right? So, I got suspended last night on Twitch. I end my stream, and I come back from the gas station, and I get a message, and somebody says, why can't I chat in your stream? And I'm like, well, I don't know what happened. And I look, and I get a message, and it says that my account has been suspended for 7 days
Jeez.
because of hateful conduct.
I thought it was normally like 3 days or 24 hour like warning or something, man. They go straight to 7 days.
So this is what I did. This is what I said. I said that I didn't give a about the opinions of third worlders, and then particularly in the thing that they referenced, I was
Okay, hold up now. Hold up. I need some context because right now just hearing that, man, that doesn't sound too good.
referring to illiterate goat herders from Afghanistan.
Again, the way this looks out in the public is not a United States.
The opinions of third worlders don't matter. Like, I don't care what some illiterate goat herder thinks in Afghanistan. It doesn't matter.
In the context of those people believing AI-generated videos about
man.
Iran winning the war and nuking Israel off the map. Gentlemen, I would like to confirm that I am 100% right, and you don't either. And neither do they. Because if Twitch cares about their opinions, why don't they apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But everybody knows nobody gives a fuck about them. Nobody cares. I'm not sorry. I'm right. I said nothing wrong, and nothing I said.
The double down. The double down, triple down, quadruple down on it. That's what I like, man. Stand on it, Asmongold.
Was against the terms of service. Beyond that,
there we go, Zach.
Can you even imagine a world where somebody that says that they don't care about what a fat American thinks about the Middle East, can you imagine that this person ever gets suspended? Of course not.
He has some woke qualities, but he's nowhere near as woke as Francis. Francis
This
was a
guy.
socialist. This is an American, and I think Americans are gross. Americans do not have a understanding of the world. Americifying anything is going to be bad. Americans have very limited understanding.
Yo, Hassan just hates America, man, and I don't understand. Well, I mean, I guess he has a huge following because a lot of people feel the same way that he does, but he's just so unpatriotic, man. It's sick. Like, he's just... If there is a person for the definition of America last, it's Hassan. Dude he cares nothing about the country.
Ending of the universe.
And benefits off of all the rights we have in it.
It's more third worldist morality logic inversion that basically is being used to silence me for an entire week. That's the important part that I want to talk about here. It's because basically Twitch has a system where they say that your infractions or your bad actions expire within 1 year. Well, the last time I was suspended, well, we all remember the last time I was suspended.
I don't remember.
But that was in October 2024. I have not been suspended for an entire.
That's before I got into watching streamers for real. I'm gonna be honest. Asmongold, one of my first streamers I ever started watching, man, and I'm so happy that I did. Like, his content on world news, like politics, really just games that are dropping, just it's the whole 9 yards of like any dude, like they would want to watch his content. So I mean, if you don't know who this guy is, I highly suggest you go out there, watch his videos. But at this point, if you don't know who Asmongold is, like, you're underneath a rock, man. This dude's huge.
Year. Why does that matter? Well, it matters because they say it matters. It matters because they say that's whenever the infractions expire and your account is treated as not being in bad standing. So why is it in that case that instead of getting a warning, instead of getting a suspension, instead of getting for a day, instead of getting a suspension for 3 days, I immediately went from that all the way to a 7-day suspension immediately? Why would this happen? What is the reason for it? I have no idea.
Oh, I
Is
thought
it
you were going
because
to
they
tell
don't
me.
like what I'm saying? It has to be, because it's certainly not because what I'm saying is against the terms of service. I look
Okay.
at the terms of service. Yes, using nationality is a protected group, but I was not talking about them being disregarded because of nationality. I was talking about them being disregarded because of the fact that they're watching literal AI-generated videos and then believing a false narrative.
Okay.
And the video's context was about, would you rather be having likes on Twitter or having your entire navy not destroyed?
Do you think that the Iranians would rather have their entire navy
What kind of
back or their
question is
navy?
that?
Oh,
What kind of
Jeez,
question
guys,
is that?
I wonder. And so anyway, this is what's happened, is that I have been suspended for an entire week for that. That's it.
Come on, man. Get
And
this
I'll
man
play
back
the
on
clip
Twitch
for you
ASAP.
guys, okay? And this is, by the way, there's not a 100% certainty with this, that this is the clip, but this is the thing that they quoted from, and it's the thing that they gave me an example of. And I will say also, by the way,
If that's what they quoted from and gave an example of, it has to be that clip. Like, they can't quote and give an example from somewhere and then pull and use a case from something else, right? Well, I guess that they're the platform. They can do whatever they want, but they shouldn't. They should be concise with it.
my contacts and relationship with Twitch on an interpersonal level has been nothing but tremendous. I have great respect for the people that I've dealt with Twitch. I have no actual animosity towards those people.
All right,
so
PR.
just make sure that you guys
A little
understand
PR.
that. Don't shoot the messenger or anything like that. It's the moderation team and the people that decided that I did something wrong. And maybe they made a mistake. Well, I know they made a mistake, but maybe they'll recognize that, and I'll get an unban early.
Right.
And if they
We can
didn't,
only
I
hope,
guess.
man.
Well, I mean, and here's the annoying thing, right? Is like, well, if Trump nukes Iran, which it seems like that's getting more likely every day, then I'm gonna have to go live on I just go live on Kick and Rumble, right? Maybe on YouTube too. I prefer just to do Kick and Rumble. It's a copyright thing, right? It's a confusing, content creator reason. But like, and then we'll continue uploading videos. And if something big happens, don't worry, I'll be there, and you'll have a way to watch me, and
Shoot, you
it'll
better
be
be
all,
there,
all
man.
back to usual. But I would like to take at least a little bit of time and like maybe fix a little bit of things in my life and just relax a little bit. But if something big happens, do not worry, I will be there, and I might make a couple of other videos in the meantime, just because I'll be bored. But going back to what I was saying is that I have been suspended for this, and really, let me talk about like really how I feel about this.
Oh, yeah.
Do I give
Oh,
a
yeah.
fuck about the opinions of a bunch of third worlders in regards to
Oh.
what my country should do? Absolutely
Oh.
not.
Oh.
I do not. You shouldn't. They shouldn't give a fuck about what I think about their country, because
He's just
why would
letting it
I
all
take
fly,
somebody's
man.
opinion that is from a shithole in
Let
this
it fly,
country. And
Zach.
by the way, these are many of these countries are. And don't let anybody teach you or tell you that, oh, it's America's fault. No, it's not. The ones that America has invaded are the ones that America hasn't invaded or Britain hasn't invaded, they're too. They're because the people made them. And whenever I talk about third worlders and third worldism, I'm not even really talking about a geography. I'm talking about an ideology.
Elaborate.
And that ideology
Elaborate.
is the idea that disrespect should be met with violence. The idea that, crime, dysfunction, discord, and chaos in society should be expected. They're part and parcel of living in a modern city. And having people, like, oh, well, you can't say certain things because they might offend people,
I hate
or
it.
they'll make them mad.
I hate
the
it.
idea that getting angry about something is a justification to break the law. This is what I'm really talking about with third
Idiocracy.
worldism. Things that the Greek Senate, or the Greeks, the Romans, we figured this out in Western society.
A long time
We've
ago.
realized that you
A
can't run
long time
society
ago we
whenever
figured
you
this
have
out.
People that act this way, and it's actually a good thing to not have a bunch of crazy fent zombies on the street. It's actually a good thing to have people that aren't.
And he knows exactly what he's talking about, man. Over here in Austin, it is so crazy. Like, so crazy, the amount of, like, people just out on the streets, man. Like, and it's sad. Like, I hate seeing it. But, what can you do?
living on the sidewalk. It's actually a good thing to have a, civilized discussion that doesn't resort to violence whenever you hear something that makes you angry.
Right.
But for some people, this is the third worldist mindset. It is the aggrandizement of the base interests, the base desires, and the lowest common denominator of mankind. And you know what? I don't like it. I don't want it here. And guess what? They don't either.
Nobody likes it, man. Nobody likes it. And the people that do that and have that mentality, they're just self-centered. Self-centered. Anybody else that has the group first mentality doesn't have that same mentality that he's describing right here. I think just what he labeled it. What he labeled it is what got him banned, not what he's saying. Because what he's saying, there's nothing wrong with this right here. It's what he labeled the term. You can't just that's a crazy term to put on it, man. Without the context, it looks really bad. So somebody probably just sent, Twitch's staff, they just sent them the clip with no context, and then this is what happens.
If Twitch thinks Afghanistan has such great opinions that should be listened to, maybe they should apply Afghanistan's opinions to women on Twitch. How about that? But they won't, because they also agree with me too. I just was the one that said it, but everybody thinks this. And I have nothing, by the way. Oh, I said illiterate. They have 37% literacy.
Oof.
Flip a coin, I'm right. So the point is that really, they all do agree with me. Everybody agrees with me on this. And if you're a guy from Afghanistan, you're watching, I don't know, I'm sure we've got
Don't call them out, no.
A lot of people that watch the show. Listen, man, I'm not talking about you, but you know that there's some idiots in your country that are morons of talking about them. And by the way, we have those same third worldists.
Thanks for the clarification.
We have those same in America. Being a third worlder and being a third worldist, yes, it's a geography, but it's more importantly a mindset. And these people have that mindset, and I don't want to have it.
Cooking.
I don't want to deal with it. I think it's destructive, it's reductive, and I want to have nothing to do with it. So that's really the way that I feel about this, right? These people talk about the Epstein files. They have their own Epstein files. It's called the marriage records. It's called Tuesday. They have child marriage. It's legal. I don't want to have that here. I don't want to have anything to do with that here. So all that being said, I don't want to go through and talk about that too much. What am I going to do?
Yeah, don't dive into that, man.
Just very clearly, by the way, I was very surprised by this. I was very surprised by this suspension. I thought it was going to be for 20 of the other things that I said.
Yeah, you're edgy.
I mean, I thought it'd be for I don't want to give them any ideas.
If anybody's edgy, it's Asmongold, man.
I did submit an appeal. I submitted an appeal, and I told them and the thing is that if they tell me you can't refer to third worlders in a derogatory context, I hate to say it, I don't take off my shoes whenever I walk in my own house. Somebody else asks me to walk in their house. They tell me to take off my shoes. I do it. I'm not in my own house. I will follow Twitch's terms.
Anybody that's a fan of Asmongold, anybody that's watching this content, Zach, we know you're not taking off your shoes in your house. You don't have to say that to us, man. Maybe for other people to drive the point home, but hey, we know. We know, brother.
Terms of service, begrudgingly, and you guys will know that I absolutely do not agree with it, and these are my viewpoints, but I will follow the rules, and I have always taken a good faith effort to always follow the terms of service. If there's a dick that we show on stream, well, it must be that day of the week.
What?
And on top of that, they've complained to me about that.
Where did that come from?
And if I do that, I delete the VOD and I try to move past it and I apologize. I say, oops, guys, that's my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I don't actually ever intend to break the terms of service. Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever put myself in a position where I intentionally do something that I think would put my channel at risk? It's just stupid. Why would I ever do that? So the problem that I have with this is that I think that I've made it, and considering the content of my, my stream,
right?
I cover extremely edgy content. I talk about things like,
I
talk about the most politically charged, most extreme issues on a daily basis in plain English, just, as a matter of fact.
And that's why we love you, man.
Really,
that's why we love you.
I think that in order to do that and not have a million bad clips that have, been released about me, there's only 500,000. there's the reality that I do try a very good amount to try to control what I say, to make sure that what I say does not break the terms of service. And I try to say what I say with a degree of, I guess, like I'm thinking about what I'm saying, right? I'm not just, going extemporaneously right off the cuff. I mean, to an extent I am, but I'm editing it in my mind to make sure that I don't say anything that would get me in trouble on Twitch. So when I said this, I didn't think I said anything wrong. And by reading the TOS, I don't think the TOS says that I said anything wrong.
Yeah.
And the reality is that if you applied the reason why I got suspended to anybody applying this same type of language against Westerners, against Americans,
they're not going to get
against
suspended.
Anybody in a developed country,
They're not.
You know that not only would it not be banned, it would probably be celebrated. So I think this is a massive double standard. It's completely unfair. I was unfairly targeted. I'm not sorry for any of it. And I'll be waiting for Twitch's apology for unbanning
Oh,
me.
now you're waiting
And
for
if it
Twitch's
takes them
apology?
a couple of days, that's fine.
Oh,
if it
I
takes
love
them
him,
an
man.
entire week, I guess I'll have to finish Crimson Desert. But the reality is that
I still gotta play
I did
Crimson
nothing
Desert.
wrong. I did nothing wrong. I regret nothing. And according to their own rules, I also did nothing wrong. So all this put into context, that's pretty
Right.
much where things stand. That's
Stand
where I
on
am.
your 10
I'm not really
toes,
stressed
man.
out about this. Honestly, I'm kind of excited. I feel like we've been in a little bit of a lull period, right? That's why I've been trying to do, I'll do the ban appeals. I'll do, the Jesus game, right? And, all that. And I'll be honest, what really spurred me to make a comment about it last night is that I saw on Reddit, people thought that I got banned for showing a horse's dick on stream.
Why was that
And
even
I was
on the
like,
stream?
This is the stupidest narrative. I have to correct this because
What?
it's so ridiculous.
Why?
I don't want people to believe this. People are also saying I got banned for playing the Jesus game. I don't know. Maybe that was the reason. Maybe
I
there
saw
was
that. I need to watch it.
Reddit at Atheist and the moderation team. But that's the reason they gave me. They said hateful conduct for 1 week. I put in my appeal. Hopefully I'll get it approved. I did nothing wrong. I apologize for nothing. I said nothing wrong. The clip is shown. Millions of people, not millions, many people say a lot of things that are a lot worse than what
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing ever happens to them. And I think it was totally unfair that something happened to me. All that being said, I recognize if that's what Twitch doesn't want me to say, I won't say it. Just please explain the vocabulary I'm not supposed to use, and I won't use that vocabulary. I'll just think it. So anyway, thank you guys all very much for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support. I know a lot of you guys have been on Twitter and everything. You guys can share the video, let people know kind of like where I'm coming from, what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, that's about all I've got, guys. So that's where things stand. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry that, I got suspended. Now it's like, okay.
Man,
it's
you need a break.
complicated.
You
Might
pump
ruin
out
some
so
people's
much
schedules.
content.
They're like, oh, where's Baldy, right? And, again, if something big happens, I will be back on. I'll stream on Kick or Rumble. But if things are just kind of the usual hysteria, news cycle, I think I'll probably just relax. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully Twitch will realize what they've done wrong and they will undo their mistake. So anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting me for all these years.
You know it.
And for everything. And I'll see you all very soon. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.
Yo, I love me some Asmongold, man, and they need to go ahead and get this guy back on Twitch as soon as possible. And here's the reason why. Whether you agree with him, you disagree, whether you hate his content or you love his content, he is a polarizing voice, and he is a voice that a lot of people, they resonate with. So you don't have to resonate with it. You don't have to like everything that he says, but you can't sit there and take away somebody's platform because of it. And if he says something that triggers you or makes you feel some type of way, if it's not specified in the TOS that he shouldn't say that, you can't just bend the rules and try to make an example out of him. It's not the way it works. We have stuff set in stone for a reason. But yeah, definitely need to get him back on Twitch. He can't be getting banned like this, because this guy right here is a collab that I want so bad. Like, once I'm huge, once I'm big, I have a following of my own, I would love to, I saw he does like a podcast now or something. I love to sit down with him on the podcast, talk, chill, watch some videos, play some games together, man. He's just a cool guy that you can really connect with. So overall, Zach, yeah, we support you. We stand with you, man. We're going to share this video around. Definitely got to get you back on Twitch. But all right, guys, I am going to see y'all in the next one.